Denver's bike shares are seeing more riders these days, so more riders are likely seeing an oddity in the city's bike superhighway, the Cherry Creek Trail. Imagine if you had an interstate with one chunk of it quite different and less convenient than the rest. Our Steve Stager tracked down the Coloradan who laid out the bike path.
It's safer, you're removed completely from traffic.
There's not much like it when it comes to bike infrastructure.
It is more natural environment.
The Cherry Creek Trail kind of rocks. But there's part of the trail where things get weird. Right as you approach Downing, you'll notice the Cherry Creek Trail becomes the trail. And all of a sudden, you're riding along First Avenue next to a brick wall.
I think most people hit that dead end and think, oh, this is really unfortunate, but don't realize that the creek continues.
Denver Post columnist Megan Schrader tweeted about that strange situation the other day. The spot where the creek continues into Denver Country Club and cyclists and joggers are forced to get all cozy with car traffic on First Avenue.
It's uncomfortable. It just removes you immediately from the trail setting to an urban sidewalk setting.
Tried to figure out everything that cyclists are going to need.
Fred Wolf designed the Cherry Creek Trail as a planner for the city of Denver back in the 70s.
Literally this year, it was 50 years ago that I did the Denver Bikeway plan.
Wolf says the country club, which existed long before the bike path, was an obstacle, one he decided to avoid.
We'd have to cut the fence, which would be a security problem for the Denver Country Club.
Schrader wonders if it's time for the city to look into completing the path along the river, at least part of the way into the country club property.
And I don't want to be unreasonable. The Denver Country Club, for those who are members of this private organization, is probably really, really nice, right? But I think that surely we can meet some kind of a compromise that is better than what we have currently.
Wolf says that would be a tough sell.
Sure, from an ideal standpoint, that's true, but from a practical standpoint, I don't think it's ever going to happen.
I left a message for the Denver Country Club today, just wondering what they thought of this idea. Haven't heard back yet. Wolf says in order to make that path a reality, you would have to fence in the creek, which aesthetically wouldn't look great on a golf course, especially one as pretty as that one. By the way, this story is fascinating of how he conceptualized the creek. We put our full interview with Fred Wolf on 9news.com.
I suppose the city could just like eminent domain a little slice of the country club.
But think about the members of the Denver Country Club. I bet you there are some lawyers in there who are thinking,
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be political suicide to try and eminent domain the Denver Country Club. Tell you what, you get a fat stack of dollar bills dropped against you in your next race. All right. Thank you, Steve.